Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we're in the day number 11, and we were discussing about the practical management. We discussed little bit keywords, software products, model, publisher packs, kind of things we discuss. And now we're going to be a little bit more deep dive into the software entitlement. Again, little more deep dive because this is what is, I can say, kind of a key here before we go to the reconciliation part on this particular stuff. Okay, so I'll come here. So if you remember that, what is software entitlement? Anybody? What is software entitlement?
Well, it's a legal entity which gives us rights to use that application.
Is to use right to use application, right? What else? Anybody? Anybody? What else about entitlement? Everybody know. Everybody we discuss, right? So in these things, two concepts are major. One is entitlement and one is allocation. And in the entitlement, we will see that what are the key fields are there which we have to be take care, which have to be understand more. So entitlement says used to manage the right to use a software product. That if I am a customer and I purchase, let's say Bharat is running a company and he is producing a software which convert text to image, and I have the company where I need these things or text, sorry, speech to text. Okay. So I go to Bharat's company and say, hey, I want to purchase 20 or 40 licenses for for my users. Then the discussion between he and me regarding that how many rights I have to use that product is considered as entitlement. So we are just repeating the little bit definitions as well. Okay, that is called this particular part. Now, why the entitlement is required? Entitlement is one of the source which help us in the reconciliation. What this mean? That if we want to be see that how many softwares has been installed and how many entitle had been given, the difference is a reconciliation part. When matched again installation and usage data, entitlement help us to see compliance and the control the cost. Let's go a little bit more in the deep part. Let me open this. Okay. You can go. I'll prefer to go this one instead of going to the workspace. I'm going here because I set up few things for the session. This one. In
Oh,
these three things,
you, you know, share your
please.
screen.
I missed out. Let me share it. Thank you for reminder. Yeah. So we were discussing this thing. So this is just a slide I bring that rights to use the software. And in this, we're looking for this particular part. How many rights you purchased? How many rights are available to allocate? And how many are allocated kind of things. So purchase minus this, you get allocation available. Okay, little bit more in the deep dive. To maintain the software compliance, calculate software installation versus entitlement right versus this versus, let's say, do we have software installation as well? नहीं तो माइग्रेट सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल ये नहीं है. Versus entitlement, there's a concept come in there. It's called the true up cost. This one. When we compare or when we use software entitlement to see that how many software has been installed versus how many rights we have, might be in my company I have 20 employees. I have given the rights only to 10, but rest of the 10 also install the software, and that I came to know from the discovery. So rights entitlement 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 will help me to be understand this particular part. And when we do this comparison, then we see true up cost, over license amount, and the potential saving. Before that, what is true up cost? Anybody, any idea what is true up cost? These three things are important. True up cost, potential saving, and over licensed amount. True up cost, there I put it the things. This is the cost you need to make your non-compliant products as a compliant. Now, you said that in my company, 20 employees have installed a software where 10 have entitlement and 10 don't have. So make these non-compliant, because your 10 are non-compliant. To make this as a compliant is your true up cost. True up cost is equal to average price of each license into number of licenses required to be compliant. So 10 is fine because for the 10 you have a license, but for the rest of the 10, you have to make it compliant. Because in the audit it will came, hey, you have 10 license, but you're using it, but you are installed 20 softwares. Now the question comes, Atul, is software installation is also bad if I don't have a license? Yes, why not? Because discovery is going to be fetch these things for you. So it's a cost to remain compliant. That is, post reconciliation, you found that license installed to be more than the license entitlement. So in short, true up cost is something if you did mistake and now you want to be rectified that. The cost of rectification is your true up cost. So we'll make sure when the discovery done and we see that, oh, this person has or this many employees install this software, but they don't have a license key or entitlement, immediately ask them to remove the software. This is what is a true up cost. What is over licensed amount? Tell me what is over licensed amount. Now you get idea, right? Anybody? What is over licensed amount?
Atul, over license amount is the cost the auditor or the purchasing team calculate as per the license we have overutilized, and then they like as per the prerequisite price, or it can be on the true up price.
I'm confused. Give me a simple example. What is over licensed cost?
It is the total license cost for the true up.
It is a total license cost of the trio. So it means if I have a 20 license, 10 licenses, but my installation is 20, so 20 into the license cost is my over license amount, right?
Over license amount would be 10 plus the cost of our license.
Okay, let's hear from everybody else as well. Okay, anybody else? What is over license amount?
Yeah, so over license is like if we have purchased 10 quantities but utilizing 20, so that additional 10 quantities is a over license amount that we need to pay as a penalty.
Mm, repeat. If we have a 10, then
If I have a 10 quantity purchase for an application, but
hmm,
I'm
hmm,
my deployment is 20. Okay. So the
okay,
additional 10 installations are over license amount, and not only we have to pay the over license amount, but that may lead into some penalties as well. So that is somehow
that is a
the over license.
trip cost as well. Your compliance, you're not compliant
Yeah,
kind of things.
correct.
Okay, okay. So it means as the word indicate that something is going beyond which you might did not plan properly, or might be you estimated more but you purchased less. That is your over licensed amount. And then if I can say you get the difference between these two is your potential saving by see that how many license we can take it back, restructure, or might be change the metrics, change the licenses type kind of things will be my potential savings. Okay, so in this entitlement part, the thing is that again, when we need to be do and these things basically these things come in the picture when we do the reconcile and when we have the compliance perspective. Now let's take a simple example. I am doing a home baking business. I don't require any kind of approval. In my normal kitchen, I'm in my normal oven, I'm doing the baking. But if tomorrow I want to be start a business of baking, then I need everything on the place. Proper system, proper fridge, proper baking part perspective, ovens, cream, raw material, and I need a letter, I need a certification from the food agency as well. So, and might be I'm running, I just started a business, I think, okay, that's fine. But after a year, I got a letter. Hey, we're going to be doing inspection at your shop. Then it is compliance. To make sure that your shop is compliant with the standards, then you start working on the fixing the things. Then you see what is written and what I have. This is what is this, how many software installed and how many entitlement right I have. And then I'll make sure that I need to make my company to be compliant. Then you're paying something more. That is your trip cost. You see, oh, I need at least 5 different refrigerators to store my stuff, but I have only two. That is your over licensed one. Might be after the compliance stuff has been done, you done the reconciliation, then you find some saving. Let reduce my portfolio and I can use just two fridges. My potential savings. Software entitlement define the license details, purchase software, track licenses allocated to a user or system. That is important. Basically, this part is under the allocation, but either a license allocated to a user or a system, or I can say a machine, and it when stored in the ALM license table. Okay, let's go a little bit more on this particular part. So if I say in the overall picture of this particular entitlement, the entitlement has been used, number one, define the licensed we purchased or include the details of the license we purchased. Number two, is this license allocated to a user or a system? We're not saying machine, it's a system basically. Number three, the important part is that every entitlement linked with a model. Every entitlement is linked with a model because entitlement give you just a brief about the model. But if you click on this model, that will give you publisher, product, license, edition, and the version detail as well. And this stored in the ALM license table. This is what I put in the next slide. Here. But now the question come. Okay, one more thing. Let me add a slide here. One more thing. Let's say this is my software model. And software model is my MS Team 2025. MS Team 2025. This is my model. It means I'm talking about this particular part. It's model. Now, under a model, I might have multiple entitlements. जैसे, let me copy this. ठीक है? Under this model, I have a multiple entitlements. Entitlement, I can say ID, and how many license you purchase in that. It means your purchase rights. I just started a business and I need, in the beginning, I need 20 license. So I take 20 license for MS Team. So ID will be like this. Something I can say, let's say EI करके. Under this I purchase 20 licenses. Now might be out of this 20, allocated and available. Allocated 15, available 5. And under this, let's say allocated 15. Out of 15, allocated to user is 10. Allocated to system is 5. But it will be like this. Yeah. Same goes for this one. like this. So this is a relationship which you get it. The core is your model. The second core is your entitlement. So might be under this. Say 36. I purchased 200 now.
Atul, I have a question. So, where
Please.
it comes the active rights and stuff,
Mhm. It's come here
so
only
how
active
many?
rights in the entitlement.
No, so in the structure that you are showing at the moment, so purchase
Here,
right and active rights.
here it will come. So it says purchase rights is this one, active and allocation. So this is not allocated, this is active and allocate. This
So
thing
by
active.
available, you mean to say active in
By
the
available means
available.
that how many are left I can allocate to the users. That's what.
Okay.
Okay. So this means that single software model can have a multiple entitlement. Let's try to do this thing. Software model group by. So now you can see Adobe Acrobat 11 Professional have 122 entitlements, but with a different asset tags. Number of times you purchased, asset got created. This one like you can see. Both are here. Single model can have multiple entitlement. This is what it's saying. Single model has multiple entitlement. And every entitlement has my active and available. Clear? The key is this, your purchase. And other key is that these two tables are linked. This is going in the software model table and this is going in the entitlement table. That key or linking between these two is model only. So that you can track everything, publisher, product, edition, and version. You can track it from the model. Rights, you can track it from the entitlement. And purchase rights means the license or the rights to use you purchased via a contract or via a legal agreement or via a purchase order. So if you open this, you can see here expense line, your purchase orders, that I am getting this product via this PO. Till now, we're just looking for that how I as a company can get this information from the vendor. Now, in a company, if you are a user, how you can request it. That is the second part we'll discuss. Okay, so this these are the important fields which we need to be kind of a take care or to be understand. Display name, this come automatically. This is a combination of your asset tag and your model. In दोनों का combination that come automatically, that's generated automatically. So if you want to see asset type LNG, publisher part number I don't have, software model, this license per user, purchase rights 500, cost 5, easy to go and save. So now LNG and this is my display name. This is number one part. If you have definitely PPN, we already know that from the PPN you can get all things automatically. Like if I put any PPN here, then this get changed, model get changed automatically. 1996. So PPN help you in this particular part. And also if you see the as per the change the PPN, the metric group also change. And metric again per user you can put it. Okay. So if I click on save, this will be get generated. So this thing we know. But now under this part, these 4 fields are important. These 4 things are important. Journal, financial, contract, user allocation, and activities. In the journal, mainly we see that this entitlement is this coming with any serial number kind of things, might be kind of a record number, and who on this. There are multiple things in CMDB. Owned by, managed by, supported by. In the same manner, we have a owned by that if tomorrow I want to make any changes in this entitlement, to whom I should reach out. Then the company. Let's say I am running a business where I have multi-location concept. Okay. And I am purchasing this entitlement only and only for the one of my that company. Like sometimes we hear that kind of sister concerns. Like if you see here, you will find this information, ACM and also this. Are you purchasing this entitlement for this specific company? Or you're purchasing this entitlement for specific location only? That, okay, this is allocated only to these particular employees. Or you're purchasing allocation for a department. Why these things are important? Tomorrow, if you want to be see the status of your entitlements and the allocation, that how many license has been allocated to this department, this will help you. That is the number one part. Second, financials. Is Microsoft is my vendor as well? It might be, it might not be. Microsoft is a publisher, but Microsoft says, sorry, I don't sell anything to the business directly. I just have a vendors and you need to purchase a license from that vendor only. Like ServiceNow. You can purchase the license from the ServiceNow itself, and you can get the license with support of the partner as well. So vendor, it might be same as a publisher, it might be different as a publisher. Amazon is my vendor. What invoice number you use, what request line you use, complete kind of it will include your request management, your cost management, your inventory management also come in this picture, because everything have to be keep a track. Your purchasing date, your GL account, your cost centers, things will be there. Okay. And if you see this, uh, because we are using software model this, so it show me that there is a purchase line open for this one. Then contract. Because as I say, that entitlement is kind of a legal contract. So we store this particular part, and they're supported group and supported by that who help us. But in the future, if something goes wrong, who can support this to be rectified, to be clarified kind of things. And the user allocation, to whom this license has been assigned. So it says 5 purchased, 5 active and 5 allocation available. Let's say, let me assign this, assign to. Benchmark scheduler. Quantity 1. Do you have any license key for this one? If you have, you can assign. If you don't have, then leave it. And 1 has been done. It's still showing 5 and save. Invalid update. Because we're saying per user and we are assigning to the someone in the machine. One and save. So now you can see it's 4. Its 4 are available now. You create an entitlement that in the build state, C, will not consider during the reconcile. Unless we will not change the state to in use, it will not considered for the reconciliation. So build means like in a draft state only. So if you run the reconcile system, it will not support you here. It will not help you here. So either you can allocate it like this. So if I change this from per user to per device and now save. There you go. That already gone because I'm asking what the per device. Will it get reverted? No, it will not get reverted now. You have to be reverted manually. Clear everybody till this point.
Right, Atul.
And we'll have to do it manually, Atul, by removing it from user allocation.
Technically, yes, but definitely you can put some kind of a jobs as well. So these things will come in your reconcile. That in the initially you think it's a per user, you allocate it, but later you come to know it's a per device. But it is showing allocation. So if I go here and let's refresh it. No, it's take it back automatically. So you can see still 5 are
Okay,
there.
got it, got it.
That's what.
So, Atul, basically this device allocation, if you scroll down now, go down here. So here we need to specify the quantities and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and after that only that count will be changed.
No, the question came because earlier it was per user
Hmm.
and we allocated, so count become 4.
Correct.
Now I change it to the per device. Will this revert it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
reverted, but I did not save it. So it take it back and showing the count as same again. So that was the question. So now if you
Atul,
again
one
allocate,
more thing.
please go ahead, go ahead.
If go to that sheet, please. That slide. Yeah. So if license metric is per device and we have allocated license as per user, okay, it will not calculate the license count,
It
but
will not allow. It will not allow actually. So it says it's a per device, right? Let's try to
Mhm.
allocate to the user.
Okay.
See, number one, it will not show you any user
No, no.
here.
So you need to go to
Okay.
computer table and understand which user is
Oh,
using that machine, and accordingly we
Yes.
need to put that device name there. Okay.
So that is your assigned to in your asset specifically. So
no,
these are my
my
assets only.
question was since you have assigned previously when it was
Mhm.
per user and assigned
Right.
to a system, okay,
Hmm.
then can we change it here, change that here in this device allocation table?
Sorry, what do you want to be changed? Because I assigned to
It
batch
was
scheduler,
like, yeah,
which
it
was
was you
No, no.
assigned it to batch scheduler. Okay.
right.
See,
It was not a user actually.
actually, your
Right.
question is not pretty much clear what you are
Yes,
expecting.
Rajender.
I want to change it from this allocated to
Huh.
list.
Okay. Let's say wait. Let's say I'm assigned to per device. Okay.
It is a per
I
per user it was earlier.
wait. Let me do. Okay. For your reference per user.
Hmm.
Okay. I have to be reload the page, otherwise it will not show me this one.
If it was save earlier, then the allocation was gone.
Ah.
Okay.
So if you change from per user to
License
per
metric is
device.
same per user, and we assigned it
Ah.
to
Okay. You want to say this thing.
yeah.
Let's say I am assigning to Adam. Quantity
Adam
one.
is
By default,
fine.
it's
That is a
hmm,
user. But if I
hmm.
assign this to a device,
It won't allow.
But
If
no,
you,
no, but
wait,
it's not
Atul,
showing. Go ahead, go ahead.
Atul, let me answer this. If you put the license metric as user base, you can't allocate the device
okay.
because on
Exactly.
the bottom side you will get the option is user allocation, sorry, device allocation when you use the device based license metric. When you pick up the user based license metric, then only you will get here the user allocations. And this
Okay.
data will be overwritten when changing the license
Change
metrics.
the change the matrix, right? So this is what
Okay.
Rajendra was saying that earlier we assigned to user, but if I go and change the metric to per device or anything like
Mm-hmm.
this, per
Yeah.
processor, and now if I save it, it's saying an allocated or assigned to a value is mandatory because we are doing this particular part.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's showing the device now. So if you double click here, you will not say any user. You will say only assets assigned to a user. And if you want to be C, so I can say like this, assigned to is, let's say ln. And now you can see. Then you can see that what is allocated condition I want to be assigned, and then you can assign to particular device only. So this is kind of I can say automation on the place, or the not automation, the validation on the place, that based on your license metric, your allocation come. So even though we say license metric very easy, but this is what we discussed on the Friday. This help you to do your reconciliation, that how many to per device, how many per user, how many per cal subscription based kind of things will be there. ठीक है Rajinder, all good?
Yeah, it is clear.
Good. Okay, now let me come back here in the entitlement table itself. And you can see the state. Because we are this particular part only in the build phase, so we are not able to do anything until we'll change the state to the in use. There is the first part that, okay, this is a model, this is the entitlement, we have a purchase rights, active rights, allocate. Okay, let me give you homework. If you notice one thing, or if you notice this thing, let me open this. I have a 15 purchase rights. I have a active 15, active rights also 15, and allocation available only 4. I purchase 15. I have active rights 15. My allocation is 4. You can see rest of the here. 11 are assigned here. Okay. Then what this mean, active rights mean?
The number
Will
of
it be
entitlement
reduced?
which we have purchased and as per date, these are active or valid.
रुको तो सही दोस्त.
Okay.
Wait. So this is question for everybody. I know you have a good experience, but what this mean? Because we did not discuss this term till now. We discussed purchased, we discussed allocation. What is active means? A calculated value using the reconcile based on whether the purchase rights for entitlement has been retired or upgraded. Means the rights what we have now, it is kind of a state of this entitlement is active true or active false, or might be we have upgraded or downgraded. There's a concept called downgrade and upgrade. Downgrade specifically, I can say, you can say here. We will discuss it later on. This is a concept come in, I guess, third or the fourth chapter, when we go the reconciliation part. अब बताओ.
So,
Go ahead,
as
Bharat.
per my understanding and as per my observation, if I have purchased
Mhm.
15 quantities, okay,
Mhm.
but for those licenses are having some expiry date. Let's say 10 quantities are like expired in September, while remaining quantities out of 15, let's say 5 quantities are expiring December. So if
Mhm.
I upload such entitlement in the system, so my current active rights will be 5, let's say.
Let's say, but not sure.
That will be coming to 5 only for sure.
5-1. Yes. Okay. It's a homework for everybody. Do little research that what this active life means and how this get calculated. Because if you see here, if you come back here in the history for the entitlement, almost for every purchase rights, you have the same active rights. There is no difference. Here is a difference, 20 and 0, but it is retired. 100 and 0 on order, 400 and 0 retired. And this is only for retired or on order, not in use. Can we say that active rights is like a true and false on the entitlement? Think on this particular direction, and we'll discuss tomorrow then.
Adul, I have a
Okay.
question in this. Like, can we have active rights just for a particular license, like license wise? If I'll talk about 15 licenses, so for 14, the date, like the expiry date is different. So one license is there whose active right is different. मतलब The expiry date for that is different. So active rights gets
नहीं, I
changed
guess.
before. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता ना? अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. But I have to be little bit check again on this particular part, because
ठीक है
in a as a, in a sorry entitlement we have multiple purchase rights.
And I believe it totally depends on the license metric as to device का अगर है
metric,
तो वो अलग हो
yes.
सकता है, यूजर का अलग है तो अलग,
Yes,
बट वो जो क्वांटिटी उसमें रहेगी वो सबके लिए सेम रहेगा, राइट?
same रहेगी, right? Also that is the reason when you purchase the license, if I am purchasing license for device and the user, then I will get two entitlement for the saved software model. Because if you see this, either per device, either per user, you cannot say per device and the per user. You cannot add this in a single entitlement. If I purchase 50 license with from Adobe for this Adobe this thing Acrobat 11, 5 for device, 5 for users, then I have a two entitlement, one for device and one for the user. Otherwise, I can't reconcile it properly. And
Okay, and
as it is, hmm,
can like user or device का अलग अलग we have different entitlements. Uh,
mhm.
can it exceeds the purchase rights? All like 50 licenses मैंने total खरीदे, मैंने 30 कर दिए यूजर पे और फिर बचे मेरे पास 20, तो मैं उसमें 25 कर सकता हूँ डिवाइस में, इज इट पॉसिबल? या फिर परचेज राइट्स एक्सीड नहीं करेगा?
नहीं करेगा क्योंकि purchase rates are your how many you purchase from vendor. फिर again you have to be raise a new PO to go the request and everything will be there. So in the simple and short mean that purchase rights are those which you actually go and pay and buy it. अब उसको exceed करना then you have to go buy it again. ऐसा नहीं that you go and just change it here. ठीक है, if you want you can do it. Manually you can do it, but is it proper? If your purchase rights is from 1, let's say 1 to 10
Won't
I'm
be
doing.
compliant.
Yes, not compliant. Plus, what is the expense order for this one? What is the request number for this one? Who is managing this? Might be for the new you upgraded. I was not the part of that company now, but it's showing my name only. What is the contract for the another 9? Because you're purchasing 9 now. So it means its validity start
Mhm.
from now. New license key will become in that picture, right? So that is never ever recommended to make a change here. It's not compliant. Because
Got it.
to overcome the manual work, we are using the automation. We are using the platform here. ठीक है?
Clear. Clear.
Now the second concept which come here is called the allocation. You as a company purchase the licenses. Okay. Let's say I purchase 20 license for the MST. ठीक है? To run my batch. I want to be allocated. I can device, user or unlimited. Let's talk about device and user. With 20 hai, so I know that you guys are from my project only now. So I allocated license to you. Bharat 1, Dhruv 1, Benson 1, Ola 1, Harshal, Namdev. Everybody I assigned this one. Okay. But this is what I assigned. Now let's take example. You are the guys who are from the day one with me. So I told you guys, okay, day one, please go and raise a request to get this license. Or okay, you are from the day one, I'm giving to license here only on the WhatsApp chat or this I am giving to you. Now our friend Benson has joined today. And he says, Atul, I'm not able to download the recording. I'm not able to see the recording. I will say, okay, go and raise a request. It means now I'm talking from the user perspective that how I as a user can get a license assigned to me. So here we use service catalog at the first thing. Or we can use the software remediation process based on the reconcile. Or we can do it manually, जो भी हम कर रहे थे. Go ahead and assign manually. As soon as you assign or you put name here, entitlement get assigned. License has been consumed. Even though The word I'm saying license is not the right here. It's an entitlement. It's a rights. License is not the right word here. But still we use license just to be understand in our day-to-day routine. So that has been assigned. And then your rights will gone. So if you see, okay, this is one other homework for you. If you see the maintain item, that is a catalog items I'm saying. देखो जैसे ये है, microprint. Category software, vendor this, and model this. It cost $139 per license. If I as a user want this, then I have to be request from here. Microprint. And here I will raise a request to get this license. If you order now, it will go in the background, it will go and everything has been done. But iska license will be get credited from the model. This. It means model is very important, which bind not only the entitlements, it's also important to bind in the catalog item as well. And if you see here, this one, ServiceNow give a proper flow to run to show this particular part. Now do one thing in your PDA, if you have this installed, go and raise a request to get one of this software via catalog item. And then go and see the entitlement, that is the allocation rights are getting updated or not. Sorry, available rights are getting updated or not. Then each entitlement have multiple allocations and each user or device can have multiple rights. This is the fundamental of group and the group member. Each group have multiple members and each member is a part of multiple groups. अब ऐसा तो नहीं है that Bharat joined my company and I just giving MS or the MS Office access. He need a license to run the Acrobat. It means he need one more allocation. He is the MD of my company. So he need multiple rights to see some specific dashboards, some specific websites, or some to do some specific work on specific softwares. So this fundamentally is all same, group and group member. A group can have multiple members and and each member has a multiple groups allocated. User allocation go in the user allocation table. So if you go and open this, they were assigned to display name and coming from which entitlement. And see, display name also getting auto generated. You can assign from here as well. I want to assign to Ellison entitlement. Let's say captive 7, quantity 1, and save. See, username, bracket, entitlement. Now, if I open this entitlement, 100 purchase, active 100, and 99 allocation available because this is the first I allocated. But if I change this to write to 20, because system is saying, do I have no idea how many, or I'm not stopping to how many quantity want to be assigned to a user. You can assign, no problem. And now if you see, it's become 80. This one. And if the same thing, if you find this in the maintain item, sorry, not this. If you find this in the maintain item and go and raise a request from there, a user will get license automatically. So if I go back here, run for this one or run for this one, fireworks. And then you will see that how this allocation happen. And device will go in the device table.
Atul, one more
Clear?
question. Is it possible to allocate the licenses? Like I have got like purchase rights of like 5,000 licenses. So manual updation on allocation of licenses is the only way, or we can do it
No, no.
via import set or
Import,
something like that.
imports and you
Import
can
is
do.
the only way. Okay.
Yes, but make sure when you're doing the import for this thing, your entitlement name should be correct.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
This one should be correct. If you put 7 and space in your Excel sheet, it will not accept. Or capitatives, double space 7 or without space, it will not accept. So your entitlement should be correct.
Got it.
Okay. Let's say I assign this 101. Now what will happen? It will give you the error because if you see the allocation available for 100, but I'm giving to 101. So you cannot go beyond that. So also this is important for you, that how many availables are left now. Might be out of 5,000 you've done already 10 or 20 or 100, 200 you have done, but you are uploading 4,800 records more. So make sure if you're doing this entitlement, make sure that you have done this particular part. That only go for the beyond. And that is it's put default as a one quantity, that every user must get only one license.
Okay. Sure.
And if we came to know that, okay, user is leaving or he did not use this license more than 90 days now, we can reclaim or remove the allocation as well, so that our available pool will also update it. That's called the remove allocation. The reason or the things can be the user is no longer active in the system, the device is retired, or it might be device is repurposed. Possible है, right? Possible, 100% possible है कि भाई यूजर है नहीं या लेफ्ट हो गया, या यूजर चेंज द डिपार्टमेंट from HR is going to finance now.
And let's suppose, Atul, there is a scenario wherein the user will be leaving in next 30 days. Is it possible to set a reclamation rule for like on that particular date? the license will be reallocated automatically.
System will check. I mean, I'm sure there's some default jobs as well. System will check that is this user active or not. If not, it will take it
Okay.
back. So no need to be. I think no need to be do any kind of advanced
Mhm.
stuff. But on the day this job runs, and you will see.
No, got it.
Okay, and also you can do these things on the reconcile as well. So it is important to understand that how these things work in the background and how we can this particular part. The only thing which is important is that you make sure when you do the reconcile, when you do the compliance, you study each and every section properly so that your true up cost, your over license amount, and your potential savings can be easily visible. ठीक है जी, क्लियर हो गया यहाँ तक फंडा एवरीबॉडी?
Yes.
Good. Chalo, we'll take a break now. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the reconciliation. So we have done this base now. This part we are going to be discussed tomorrow mainly. ये जो ये है, ये फंडा हम लेके आएंगे कि how many installed, how many rights we have, and how this reconciliation work here. Any last question before I close the call for today? Sorry, stop the recording for today. Good.